Boker Tov, Yeladim.
Shalom, Rabbi. Shalom, Rabbi.
All right, everybody, turn on their cameras.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Hey, it's J and J. It's
Rabbi.
Layla. It is Dayon. It is Arlena and Aria. Get them in the picture. All right. Lemma family is somewhere there. Whoa, we're looking at the ceiling. All right. So let's start our day off with some prayer, some Shema, some 10 Commandments. Jacob's going to pray. J and J are going to do the Shema. And Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu, is going to do the 10 Commandments.
Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful day you have given to us and provide for us, Lord. Lord, let us learn more in this devotional today. And Lord, help us, give us wisdom and strength so we can learn more about your word. In Yeshua's name, amen.
Shema
Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kevo, Malkuto Leolam Vaed. Hero Israel, the Lord our God is one God.
I am Adonai your God. You are to have no other gods before me. Number 3, you are to do not use Adonai's name in vain. Number 4, keep the Shabbat holy. Number 5, honor your father and mother. Number 6, do not murder. Number 7, do not commit adultery. Number 8, do not steal. Number 9, do not give false evidence about your neighbor. Number 10, you are to have, do not covet.
All right, everybody, give Yirmiyahu a big finger. The big finger. The big finger, because we're pointing at you saying you did it right. You get the big pointer finger. Pointer finger. Yay, Mr. Jeremiah. All righty. Let's see here. Let's start our day with some reading. Let's see. Dayon, read Leviticus 19, verse, no, then Yeshua, read verse 19, verse 4. Yeshua.
Do not turn to golden to idols and do not cast metal, gold, God for yourselves. I am Adonai your God.
Very good, Mr. Yeshua. Das, is that bread good? Yeah. How you doing there, Mr. Pincus? Mr. Pincus, you doing good?
My mom put butter on top of them.
All right, looks good. All right, Yeshua, what does it mean to turn to idols? What do you mean? What does it mean when it turn to idols? Oh, look, we got Eliyahu in the class. Hey, it's Eliyahu. Hold his head. Don't give him whiplash. All right, it's Eliyahu. Mini Darwin. He's a mini me. Mini me. Everybody, Ariel's little brother. I'm 17 years older than my brother. Oh! All right. With a cute little, he's got such a cute little cry. All right, Yeshua, what does it mean to do not turn to idols?
Do not turn to them because people bow down to them and it's not good. They worship. That's not
What does it
good.
mean to turn? What does that word
Not
mean?
look at the idol.
Do not look at the idols. Okay, pretty good. Kevin, Kevin, lemma. I'm looking at your ceiling. It's Michael. Ah! There's Kevin. Ah! What does it mean to turn to idols, Kevin?
Like you choose idols instead of God.
Well, what do you mean choose idols? Choose it like you chose a shirt to wear today?
No, because like they don't like following God, so they like more following idols.
Well, what I'm trying to see is if you understand turning. It says Jehovah told us in verse 4, do not turn to idols. What do you mean turn, 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 turn? That? Or what does it mean something different, Kevin? It's an interesting term. I want to know if you know what it means because we're going to talk about it. If you don't, that's okay because you might not. It might be a little bit above your education level right now. No? Yes, no?
No,
Mike, Mr. Mike Blakey. Hey, Mike, you're not working today. How come you're not working?
it's too far.
It's too far? Well, you couldn't ride your bicycle that far?
No,
No? Why? What are you, a weakling? Ride your bicycle. All right, Mike. What does it mean to turn to idol? What do you think that phrase means? Turn to idol.
when
I'll
they
get to you, Jeremiah. You're next.
when other people choose another idol instead of God, they worship another idol.
Oh, they worship? Like, what do they do? What do you mean they worship?
Obey the idol.
The idol talks.
No,
Well, how are you going to obey it? Well, what do you mean obey, Mike? I mean, it's right. We're getting there. But what do you mean, man?
when they're praying to the idol.
When they're praying to the idol, okay. That was pretty good there, Mr. Mikey Wakey. All right. Jeremiah and his bullfrog. What does it mean to turn to idols?
It doesn't mean like turn, like turning. No, it doesn't mean like that. It means like do not serve, do not pray to them, and do all that thing that God does that you do to God, but you don't are not supposed to do it to the idol. You're supposed to do it to God because God will not give you protection if you keep on doing that and you don't repent.
Well, what do you mean serve? Serving pizza?
No, sir. I don't. I know the answer, but I don't know how to explain it.
Serving French fries with barbecue sauce?
No, it's not like serving food. It's something else.
Well, Jacob's got the big hand up there. Okay, Mr. Jacob, what do you think it means?
It means like to. It means like to turn to another idol, like cause he doesn't want you to worship the idol. He doesn't want you to bow to the idol, pray to the idol, or like serve it. And they mean by serve is giving sacrifices.
People do that?
Yes.
Like,
And if you do that, then God could get jealous. He's a jealous God.
have you ever seen any of these idols before?
Yes.
Where have you seen them? The bowling alley?
Hmm?
Where have you seen them? At the bowling alley?
I don't know.
Where have you seen an idol like any one of these?
In the Catholic Church.
Oh, goodness gracious. You went to a Catholic church?
Once.
Once?
Once.
And you saw idols like this?
There were.
Guy with the picture on the left there is saying, I caught a fish this big. Is that what the one on the left is? The guy saying, I caught a fish this big?
No, they were like the one that they call Jesus on the in the middle. They had a lot others on the Catholic Church.
Did they ever have one with the lady with the roses in front of her in the middle there?
Yeah.
Who's that supposed to be? That's supposed to be Lady Macbeth?
Maybe.
No, that's a Shakespeare play.
Maybe yes or maybe not.
Miss Consuelo knew that one. Lady Macbeth. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Lev, what does it mean to do not cast metal gods for yourself? Metal gods? Like metal, like, heavy metal? Oh, heavy metal music, is that what it's talking about, Lev?
No. No. It means to make metal gods to worship and pray to and ask them for children or something. But they can't even do any of those things. No. Go on. Sorry.
Metal gods? You know what I mean, like the Terminator? Like pray to the Terminator?
No.
Gigantor?
No.
Well, what does the word cast mean? Do you know what the word cast mean? Like Mr. Kuhlman had a cast on his foot. What do you think that means? Cast.
Do you know? I don't know.
Okay, well, that's good because I need to know. Because do not cast metal gods. So if you don't know what cast means, then we're not understanding. Oops, I hit the button. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go over to Dayon. Dayon! Where is the Dayon? He is sitting over there. Okay, Mr. Dayon. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Dayon. I got you unmuted. Mr. Dayon, how are you this morning?
Good. I went to the hospital yesterday
You went to the hospital yesterday. Why?
because they did the test of my tonsils.
They did a test of your tonsils. Do we got to get them ripped out?
Might. I don't know.
I got a knife. I could do it.
No.
I
They
see
put
you
a
once.
lot of electric things. I just saw that.
Hi, Sadai. Can I talk to your brother for a second? Okay. So when you get your tonsils out, you get a lot of ice cream now. I know you like ice cream. And Sarah, Sadai, sit down. Sit down. Okay, we're all gonna be in class together, even the little people like you. You see Hadassah sitting. Okay, we all sit together. We all learn together. Abaja, abaja. All right, Sarah, Sarai. Shh. Silencio, por favor. Gracias. Okay, Mr. Dayon. Do you know what the word means to cast? It says, do not cast metal gods. What do you think that means?
I don't know.
Well, in the context of the sentence and the rest of the sentence, it says, "Do not cast metal gods for yourself." What do you think reading it in the sentence means?
Do not worship them.
Well, casting, it's different. Do not cast for yourself. Try to think of it for a second. Okay, we'll go to Yeshua. We'll go to Benjamin next. Benjamin. How you doing this morning, Mr. Benjamin? Benjamin. Can't hear you there, Benjamin.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Mr. Benjamin. Did you go swimming
Okay.
yesterday? Did you go swimming yesterday?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You like the swimming pool?
And I'm gonna go today. Yes.
Yes. All right. What does it mean to cast metal gods? What do you think that phrase means? Cast metal gods.
Cast metal. Do not cast.
Like Mr. Coolman had
Like
a
do not
cast.
make.
Make? What do you mean make?
No, not that kind of cast.
Well,
Like to make a metal, like to make a god, like to make something, like to make it, like I'd say they made that out of it. Like, so to cast the metal gods is to make like they don't. He doesn't want you to make a metal god
why not?
because that's disobeying his commandments, and that's that's like that's like it's literally you're literally doing nothing. Like it's not gonna do anything for you. You're just making it to think that it's giving you something, but
Well,
it's
then
not.
why would people spend so much money on those idols that you see in the picture?
Because some people these days are dumb. Because
Yeah, but this was
because
written.
like they don't
This
read the
wait,
Bible.
wait, wait. This was written 3,000 years ago, so they must have been doing it right.
Uh huh.
So they've been
Yeah.
done for
So
3,000 years.
yes, because like all that like they I think they wanted like I don't think they like back like in like the old days. I don't think they like had like I don't think they wanted God. I don't think they wanted God. I think they wanted like something else. So I think that's why they made that because they thought that it would do something for them. They thought that it would give them like maybe money or it would give them what they wanted, but it didn't. Only God can do that.
Okay, Arlena, what do you think? Have you ever seen one of these idols before, Arlena? Or an idol, any idol like that? Does your dad have idols like this?
No.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't make idols. Oh, I think he does.
Did you have one? Um, have you seen any kind? I don't see any kind of idol.
Oh, well, that's good. He's hiding it from you. That's good. Why do you think people would make an idol like that? Why would they pray to a statue like that? Do you know? Is it bad or good?
It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad like broccoli. Okay. Now let's go over to Allie Mae. Let's see if we can hear Allie Mae this morning. Allie Mae.
Can you hear me?
I can hear the Allie Mae. First time today. Wow. Awesome. Where are
Yeah,
you where are you today?
I'm at the house. You can see my TV.
Oh, that's what it is. It's like what's in the background there? Okay. So why would somebody make a metal god for themselves? Don't you think that's pretty stupid?
Yes,
Why do you think it's stupid?
because whenever you make an idol, it's just a statue. It doesn't do anything, but you're worshiping it anyways instead of worshiping God. Because you think, whenever you worship an idol, you think it's real.
How do you do that? You smoking magic mushrooms or something?
I don't know.
How could you like make an idol? You cast this thing, you paint it, you know, the guy like the one on the left there looks like a guy that's saying, "I caught a fish this big." So you make that and you pray to that. Like, how could people even do something like that?
Well, the guy on the left is not saying I caught a fish this big.
He's not.
No, he's uh, he's Yeshua and he's hanging up on the cross. But that is not what we follow. We don't worship idols like that.
I'm thinking he said, "I caught a fish this big." That doesn't look anything like a Jewish guy.
Yeah, I know.
So why do you think they put it up? Has been this been
Uh,
going on for a long time?
yes, and I think they're putting it up because they think it's right to do.
They think it's right, but God says don't turn to idols. Is that hard to understand?
No, but the, the Catholic Church, they always they never read the Old Testament because they say we don't have to follow the Old Testament.
The Catholics don't? Well, the Catholics do a lot. Let's see. Me and Lev are waving their hands furiously, and I think Alema is waving their
Okay, you say yours about the fish.
About the guy on the left, which is Jesus, put a fish in his hands.
Make it look like as if he caught fish this big. Yeah. Okay, so about the idols part, well, what I think about the idols is the fact that yes, it's pretty dumb to make a statue that doesn't even think or speak or hear or can even eat. Um, I mean, I don't know how people got this idea of turning to idols. Oh, the idols um can can do things that your God can do, pretty much. And and it's plain simple. It's simple. The law that God says: do not turn to idols. Do not trust the idols. Don't pray to it. Don't pray to them. Um, it's it's just that even though it may sound simple, these people these people don't even most people nowadays don't even want to listen. Oh, and by the way, for the guy on the left, it's it's their Jesus, and as we call him, Cheez-Its. It doesn't look like as if he has a fish that big. Looks as if he's flying.
hands. Looks like he's flying. He looks like well, then his arms will be in a different position. I think he's saying, I caught a fish this big. Now let me see. Ariel, Ariel, let me let me ask you a question. Are you there, Ariel?
Yep.
Do the Jews worship idols?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. When they stray from the Torah, but mostly when they follow Talmud,
What do you What do you mean?
because they make the rabbis their god. They put their traditions over the word of God, as Yeshua said that they made a fine art of keeping their traditions than following the command of God.
Oh, that was pretty good. Very good, Mr. Ariel. Mrs. Tiffany. Ms. Tiffany. MS Tiffany. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are
Did
you?
you go down to one of those bowls?
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, I missed that. Does anybody
Yeah, I
record it?
sprained. No one recorded it. I just sprained my ankle, and that's Carlos's fault for not catching the ball earlier.
Okay. Did the Jews ever worship idols like this?
I mean, take everything Ariel said.
Baal, Peor.
Yes, when can I say something? Bas like especially when Balaam was trying to curse them with the Balaam and Balak story, but then they saw the women, I think it was the Moabites, and then they used and that kind of became their idol.
The
Well,
goat
did they ever
Baal.
worship an idol like this?
I mean, yeah, in Exodus, the gold calf that Aaron made, the one that just
Oh, very good. And they said, Aaron said, "Here is your God that brought you out of the land of Egypt." And what did he say? It just popped out.
yeah, yeah, that's basically what he said.
Okay. So the Lord is saying to us, everybody. Now Jeremiah had his hand up. Jeremiah.
It was about the gods that I wanted to say that it was during Moses. He was getting the 10 Commandments when he came down, and the calf was there, and Aaron, none of the people made it. Aaron made it, and he also told them put the gold there, and then he started to make it.
Yeah, that was not a good idea, don't you think, Jeremiah?
Yes, it was not.
You should have made a bowl of Cheerios instead.
No,
Okay. All right. Now, do you think
that's
people,
it.
Jacob, do you think people are going to keep worshiping idols and think that they're God?
Yes.
Well, why don't you read Revelation 9, verse 19 and 20?
Okay. For the power of the horses was in their mouths, and also in their tails. For their tails were like snakes with heads, and with them they could cause injury. The rest of the mankind, those who were not killed by these plagues, even then, even then, man, even then, did not turn from what they had made in their with their own hands. They did not stop worshiping demons and idols made of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood, which cannot see or hear or walk.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. David Vicente. I mean, this is in the future. Why are people still worshiping idols, David? Idols they made with their own hands.
Because we're all rebellious. We don't want to listen to the word of God. Well, that's for the Gentiles.
Well, it just says they. Probably be Jewish people too, right?
Well, it is Jew and Gentile from like yesterday, since one community
Hmm.
in the past.
How can somebody think that God is something they made with their own hands?
Well, God, the Father, was the first one that existed.
Yeah, well, that's true. Jehovah the Father is the one that existed. But it says here in verse 20, even then they did not turn from what they had made with their own hands. It said the
Well, they want to
plagues.
prove that God's wrong.
Oh, they want to prove that God's wrong, so you make an idol and you pray to it?
Yeah.
How does that, how do you think that works?
Well, it's like the 10 plagues of when
Egypt.
in Egypt. It's like every god was for something different.
Okay.
And what they put the,
Sade, you want to talk? Can I talk to David for a minute? Thanks. So they didn't stop, and so this is going to happen again.
well, if we don't stop it, yeah, it's still going to continue.
But they're praying to their They're idols, and it's not helping them because God is just bringing more plagues. So, wouldn't you think they would learn?
Well, since they're rebellious, I don't think they will learn.
Hmm. All right, let me go over to Victoria. Victoria, what do you think about these idols? Have you ever seen any idols in a church?
I never saw one. I never saw one, but I think they do that because they probably think that like God is fake too. Because in Egypt they have like more than 1,000 gods. So like because like people started making those gods, they probably think that he's fake too.
So why do they, if they know that the idol is fake, why do they pray to it?
Mm, maybe because like I don't know. Some people like when they make idols, I think they think that like they can be powerful enough to like make a god or be one.
But they made it with their own hands.
Yeah, so they think they're powerful enough to like
Oh, so they're thinking they're themselves their God?
yeah.
Oh, well, that's an interesting one. All right, Leah. It says, even then they did not turn from what they have made with their own hands. They did not stop worshiping demons and idols made of gold. Why would somebody worship a demon and an idol made of gold, Leia?
Because that's what happens when man does what they want. That's what's good in their eyes.
How could that be good? How could you worship, like a statue that doesn't see, hear, or talk?
Um, I don't. Well, it's kind of easy to do all those things. It's like
It's
today
easy to
we have
do. What do you mean?
as in like those statues are idols, but so is like our normal like phones. A lot of people have phones. Those could turn into your idols. You're spending more time on it than you're spending with God. Those it's very easy to distract yourself with something that's not real.
Do you think a video game could be an idol?
Yes.
Let's see.
It's
Benjamin, do you think a video game could be an idol?
Yes.
Do you think watching television shows on the computer can be an idol?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because people can like maybe they can like make that game like people can make themselves and people can make anything an idol, but like with that they can make that an idol because like they can like they they can like have like maybe posters of it, like have everything like it. Maybe people would like put everything. I don't know. I
You
really
didn't make
don't.
a sentence, Benjamin. Leia's got her hand up.
I don't know how to make it.
all right. I think what Benjamin's trying to say is that well, how you make yourself an idol is when you're just surrounded by it when all you're thinking is I need that, like I need the video game, I can't go anywhere without the video game, like your environment is video games, you're not thinking about God, which is something you should be doing. It's just video games, video games, video games. That's like your idol. You can't take your eyes off it, you can't stop thinking about it. you should only be doing that to God because God is a zealous God and He shouldn't have any idols that way.
Okay, very good, Lay. When that's all you're thinking. Jacob's got his hand up. Jacob,
Like I know what Ben is trying to say. He's trying to say
you
like
do?
yeah, like
Wow, that's great.
if he likes a player and he starts putting all the posters in his room, outside his room.
Do you do that? Did you like do that with Nessie or whatever that guy's name is? Nessie,
Nessie.
Messi.
I only
Plays.
got soccer shorts. I only got soccer shirts and shorts.
Me too.
Can can your soccer become an idol?
Yes. I only play. I don't like I like it. I like the sport, but
But soccer's a weird sport.
no.
What do you mean no?
Cause like I like it. You use your feet a lot.
Well, what do you have up? Do you have any posters up in your room? No, you don't have any posters up in your room?
No.
You don't have any stickers on your notebook or something like that?
No.
So your room's just white walls?
I got a TV.
Oh, can a TV become an idol?
Yes. But I don't really watch it.
What do you do all day?
I just read the Bible.
All day long? I can't believe it.
I play.
You play what?
My brother, Legos.
Legos? Can Legos become an idol?
Yes. I made
Okay.
many things.
All right, a lot of things can become idols. What, Jeremiah?
I made many things out of my Legos. Like I made a Lego house. I made more like other Lego things.
Well, do you play with your Legos more than you do everything else?
I just like building with my Legos.
Well, you didn't answer the question. Do you play with Legos more than you do anything else?
Mm.
Okay, well, like I said, it can become an idol.
No, I don't. I don't usually just do that. I read sometimes. I read
Sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah. And I put it on my Legos after I'm done reading.
Do you watch
Or
Do you watch Superbook on your television?
no, but I also play with one of my cars, electric car.
Oh, cool, electric car, remote control electric car.
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a RC.
All right, we're gonna move on to another subject, everybody. Okay, we're gonna move on to this one. Let's see. Lev, read Vayikra 19, verse 11.
Do not steal from defraud or lie to each other.
Okay, Ben's got his hand up. Yes, Benjamin.
Ooh, so do not steal from, like, do not steal is like, do not steal is like taking things that are not yours from other people.
Well, what is defraud? Defraud.
I think that's like lying to like saying like saying that someone else did it. Like you're pointing at someone else like he did it, not me. So you're like putting the problems on that guy.
Well, that would be lying.
Oh,
Defrauding is something different.
Wait. Uh, I'm guessing it would be. I
Uh,
really, I don't know what defraud means.
okay, well, that's what we gotta. We'll get to the other ones. Stealing is easy, lying is easy, but defrauding is something a lot of people do. Dayon, do you know what the word defraud means?
Defraud.
Defraud, not the frog. Defraud. And Kevin, you're next.
Uh, I don't know what actually means. I don't know what the word actually is. What?
Okay. Let's see if Kevin knows. Kevin and Michael, do you guys know what the word defraud means?
I think defraud means like to trick someone, so then you can take something that doesn't belong to you.
Can you give me an example of somebody defrauding somebody else?
So it's mostly like stealing.
Well, it's like stealing, but it's not stealing. How would you trick somebody?
Like cheating.
Okay, we're getting there. Michael, what do you think, Mike?
Maybe is kind of like stealing. They take it without permission.
No, defrauding is something different. It's what Kevin said. It's tricking. What would you mean? What would it mean? Why would God say, "Do not steal, do not trick or lie to each other"? Well, how would you trick somebody, Mike?
To to
All right, think about it for a minute. Ben is waving his hand. Benjamin.
Defraud means to like trick someone or cheat, like trick them into, for example, tricking them like I tricked someone to go rob the bank, and they got the money, and then I said that we would split it, and that and then I take all the money. So like I'm tricking I'm tricking him. I'm tricking and cheating him. Like I'm cheating. So like
Okay, that was
I
pretty
took all
good.
the money from myself.
That was pretty good. Lev.
Um, Also, the fraud is to cheat on a game, like a racing game, and you can only stay on the sidewalk. And let's say one person cuts through the grass and goes on the sidewalk again. That's cheating because he or she was 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 like because like they were running across grass, and they can go and like if he or she is faster than the others, she can go in front, or he can go in front.
Okay, that's pretty good, but that's cheating. Defrauding is something a little bit different. Frauding is a little bit something different. Jacob had his hand up. Did it disappear? I see the top of your head, Jacob. You had your hand up.
Yes.
I was gonna say like it means like being sneaky.
What do you mean being sneaky? Give me an example.
Like let's say you go over to your friend's house, you start playing with a toy that you really like, and then you want to take it, so you be sneaky by like putting it in your pocket and like go without your friend knowing.
Well, that would be stealing. Defrauding is a little bit different. Okay, it's close to stealing. It is a little bit like stealing, but it's different. Let's see. Let's go to the Jennifer. What is defrauding, Jennifer? Jennifer and then Victoria.
I think it means like to like trick someone.
Okay, give me an example of tricking.
Like maybe like saying that you're someone that you're not, or like you're cheating on a game.
Well, cheating is different than defrauding. You're on the right path before.
Um,
Sarah, what are you doing, Sarah? Or is that really a cat?
I don't know.
Okay. Victoria, what is defrauding somebody?
I think like fraud is like when it's like when someone wants something, it's like they're kind of jealous of and they want to get the other person's things. So then they have to trick the person or someone else to do something for them, or like they have to trick the person like so they can get the thing that they want.
Well, can you give me an example of tricking somebody, Victoria?
Yeah, it's like um if if I want like someone's bag, so then I'll tell them like that they can go to the store and get something, and like I'll keep her bag waiting for her, and then when she goes, like I'll just take it home, and then I'll have the bag.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Mia's got her hand up. Mia.
Okay, well, to defraud means to cheat or to swindle. While swindle means, hold on, let me find it. To swindle means to cheat out of property or money, to practice fraud or deception in order to acquire illegally the assets of another. So swindle would mean pretty much also to rob. So to defraud would mean that you cheat on someone, and then you steal from them. That you you pretty much act on.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
For defraud.
Yeah.
Um.
You stumped Mia.
I don't know how to use the word.
Okay. Let's see if Tiffany, explain to me defrauding. Because we got stealings, and stealing is, you take something that's not yours. Lying, it's like, that's simple. But defraud is what a lot of people do.
It's like defrauding is like a scam. So if you get an advertisement in the mail that's like, uh, that could be anything, and it's like, oh, you gotta pay this. You send it to this part, and it's fine. Or if they call you and they'll be like, oh, you want $20,000? Give us your bank info and stuff, and it will transfer the money. That's defrauding.
Okay, very good, Miss Tiffany. Ariel, give me an example of defrauding.
Or like they probably like to take away for like somebody else's right, like in the court. Like so a lot of people tend to accuse somebody, but we have something called innocent until proven guilty, but sometimes that is just thrown out the window. So like someone will like accuse someone, they'll be like and they'll be believed, whether it's like their race or whatever color or skin they are. And like that and the person that's being accused will tend to be thrown in jail even though they did nothing wrong.
Hmm?
Huh?
Ariel, we're talking about defraud.
It's like yeah, he's like taking away for like somebody else's right. He's like
No, it's taking money illegally.
like accusing someone as well.
No, that's lying.
Oh, I don't know.
Hi, Vicky. Victoria's got um, an example. She says,
Um, so it's like if someone wants to like trade something, so then they say like, I have this dress, but you have to give me something. So then the other person gives them something, but that the person that was gonna give them like the dress or something, they don't give it. So then they'll keep what the other person gave them and what they were gonna give to the other person.
I didn't follow all that.
So uh, if I have something that the other person wants, and so I say to them, you have to give me that, and then I'll trade you for the dress. So then the other person, so then that person will give me what I asked for, but I won't give them the dress.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good example. Tiffany's got her hand up.
Oh no, I just have an example. My grandmother got scammed. They called her saying she had to pay the electricity bill, right? And then so she did the entire process, which she said she had to pay $400. And then when she actually paid the company, they say no, we don't. We usually don't call people. We send mail to their homes. That's when my grandmother realized she got frauded out of her money.
And they were keep on calling her.
Yeah, they kept on calling her for more money, and then she reported it to the police. I mean, that's just an example I have. That's why.
Okay, that's a pretty good example. And that's when you say, "Wait, can you say that again? I didn't hear you." And they say the answer. I can't hear you. You can't get them to keep saying it over and over. And you just, can't hear you. Speak up. Hey, Mia's got her hand up. Then Allie Mae. Mia, then Allie.
I mean, for scam, like what Tiffany was saying about scam, like how sometimes some parents will defraud people for money because they'll this say a parent will raise will begin telling people like that they'll need treatment for their kid because I don't know he or she has a sickness. I mean, let's take cancer for instance. So the mom is like, say she opens a GoFundMe page. Let's say she's like, the mother says, she says, please help us, my to raise money for or something. Help us in donations of the treatment for such and such. Um, and then people feeling bad, like being moved by the message. I know it's gonna be a lot more formal and more emotional because the mom is just pretending so she can get money. So people begin donating lots of money. And so then this person keeps asking for more money and more money and more money.
Okay.
It's
Very
like
good. Very good. Defrauding somebody with a GoFundMe page. Okay, we got a lot of that going on. Jacob.
Like,
Oh, Allie will be after Jacob.
it could be like the people on the street, they ask for money. When they get the money, they say that they're gonna use it for something good when they don't use it. for something good.
Okay, very good. Very good. Allie Mae?
So, defraud is like when people, for an example, if people sometimes lie to the government to get away with things or get money and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, okay. That's good. They lie or cheat or something on their taxes. Okay, so they're defrauding, saying they have 8 children and they only have one. Okay. You can also think it like this. Look on my finger, there's a ring, and it's supposed to be 14 karat gold. Say somebody wanted to defraud me into when I bought this ring a long time ago. They got something metal and they painted it gold. Okay, and they said, "Oh yeah, it's 14 karat gold." And they knew it was not. It was just a hunk of metal. Okay, so you're defrauding, or you got a car, you're selling a used car, and the person asks you, has this car ever been in an accident? You're like, nah, and you know the car's been in 3 accidents. Okay, but you fix it so it looks good on the outside, but underneath it's got some problems. Okay, so you're defrauding because you're telling a lie, so it's tied to a lie, but you're it's defrauding is like you have an object. Okay, or you say to somebody, well, if you do this you'll make $1 million, and like you never tried it or anything like that. Okay, so when you're defrauding somebody, it is part of a lie, but it has some material that's involved in it. Okay, so the Lord says, do not steal. That's pretty simple. Don't take something that's not yours. Do not lie. Tell the truth all the time. Okay. Defrauding is telling somebody that the car has not been in an accident and it's been in 10 accidents. Oh yeah, the car runs great. So they ask you why you getting rid of it? Oh, we got a new car. We got a newer model. I like to just get new models. After driving a couple of years, I get bored of driving this car, so I want to get a new car. So you're thinking, shit, yeah, these guys are crazy. I'll be able to sell this car, get a couple grand, and the car lasts another 2 weeks, and the wheels will fall off. Ah, ha, ha. Okay, that's defrauding. All right, now we've come to the end of our class. Let's see here. Let me get everybody up on my screen. Let's see here. Let me get everybody up here on my screen. Let's get everybody up on the screen here. All right, I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. Jeremiah was first.
Nah.
Well, that was yesterday. Okay, Jacob.
6.
6. No. Benjamin.
7.
Nope. Yeshua.
9.
Nope. Lev.
10.
Nope. Benjamin.
8.
Nope. Jacob.
3 or 2.
Well, you got to pick one or the other.
3.
You got it. Close us in prayer.
Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful day. Again, to us in prayer for us, Lord. Help us, give us whatever strength so we can finish the rest of our day. Please, Lord, finish all the things that we need to do today so we can be free, Lord. And Lord, let us Thank you for giving us devotionals so we can learn more about your word. In Yeshua's name, I pray, amen.
Amen. Have a great day there, chicken. Shalom.